What is up, y'all? Today we will predict college football pick'em presented by ESPN. And obviously, we're still a little bit far out from the first week of college football, but I decided, you know what, let's just get this done already. So obviously, first game, we have Tulane traveling to Duke. This game will be pretty fun, honestly. I'm pretty sure Tulane just lost their head coach to, I think, Auburn or Oklahoma State. Could be wrong about that, but that's just what I remember. And Duke, not too familiar with them, but I know that they've always been a decent team. And obviously, I just think Tulane's not going to upset Duke. It's also at Duke. And because of that, I'm just going to have to give it to the Blue Devils. And ignore all these picks on the right. They're not my guaranteed picks. I just have them selected like this just because. Anyway, next matchup, Boston College will be traveling to Cincinnati. Now, obviously, Scott Satterfield, he is on the hot seat. If he does not win this season, he is out. I gotta be honest, Boston College, I just think they suck. I mean, they're one of the worst Power 5 or Power 4 teams in college football. And I just think Cincinnati's just gonna be a little bit too much for them. And I could see Cincinnati winning this game by maybe 14 or 20. Boston College is just not good. I just think they're gonna pull through. They did lose a lot of star players last season, but I still think they have enough decent talent to win this game anyway. Next up, we got Baylor going to Auburn. Now, I'm pretty sure last year Auburn went to Baylor and whooped them, honestly. I think Auburn might do that same thing this year. Now, obviously, Baylor, now they got DJ Lagway, and he was in the SEC for what, 3 years. I would not be shocked if Baylor does win this game. I'll be completely honest about that. But Auburn brought in a lot of talent. Auburn's got a new head coach. They've sold out a couple of their first games. I just think all the hype, all the momentum around Auburn will be way too much for them to lose to Baylor. But I think Auburn will pull through. Next up, we got Wyoming going to Colorado State. Now, Colorado State is such an interesting team. They kind of blew up recently, a couple years ago when they were facing Colorado. And now that hype's kind of cooled down, Colorado State has also cooled down. Now, Wyoming isn't too much of a team as well. And I gotta be honest, I am really unfamiliar with both of these teams. But Colorado State has done decent in their conferences lately, or in their conference lately. And I just think Colorado has a bit more talent compared to Wyoming. That is one thing I do recall for them. And Colorado State they were really just competing with what? A 9-4 team just a couple years ago? I'm pretty sure Colorado State should be able to pull this one out. Next up, college game day as well. Clemson going to LSU at night. Obviously, Lane Kiffin's first game. Clemson's unranked, LSU's ranked. I gotta be honest, this coaching matchup is insane, but the matchup isn't as good as the coaching is. Clemson, now, while they do have a lot of talent, and I gotta be honest, it's gonna be at home. LSU's got the hype. It's Lane Kiffin. They're gonna win this game. And if anything, I could see him destroying Clemson. I hate to say that. I love Clemson, but they might win this game by 30. I'll be completely honest. UNLV will be going to Hawaii. Now, this game's kind of interesting because obviously Hawaii, I think they're going a bit under the radar this year. I'm pretty sure Hawaii plays a week 0 matchup against Stanford. I'm pretty sure about that. But UNLV, they have a lot of washed up talent. They have a lot of 5 stars who couldn't make it at that school and they transferred down, went to UNLV. Obviously, UNLV also lost Anthony Colandrea to Nebraska. I'm not too sure exactly how UNLV could look this season, but they do have a lot of experience. They have a lot of washed up talent. In Hawaii, they've always been an all right team, but I do think this year they're going to be a little bit better. And I got to be honest, I think I'm going to call for the upset. I think UNLV. You gotta remember too the jet lag as well. They have to go all the way to Hawaii. Now they are in Las Vegas, but still, I think Hawaii will win this game. Now Western Kentucky going to Nevada. This game's it's so interesting for a week 1 pick. And I say that because these are such small teams, but I'm sure there's a reason why ESPN picked this. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not too sure with Nevada. I'm pretty sure they've always been a 4-8 team, 5-7 team the last couple of years, and Western Kentucky's always been an 8-4 or 9-3 team. And I hate to say that's my reason, but I just gotta go with Western Kentucky. I love their mascot, and I gotta be honest, I just think, obviously with more people picking them and the history with both of these teams. I think that'll continue to play out, and I can see Western Kentucky winning this game. Now, UCLA going to California. This game will be super fun. Really fun. I'm pretty sure California played Minnesota last year, if I recall correctly. UCLA traveling to California. That will be such a fun game. Obviously, Bob Chesney going into his first year with UCLA. And I gotta be honest, I think I gotta give it to UCLA in this game. I think the Big Ten, too, with all the experience that they have, I think UCLA will show up and prove why the Big Ten is the best conference. And don't get me wrong, California is one hell of a team. This game is going to be close. I got to give it to UCLA. I think UCLA is just a bit too good. While California is great, UCLA is better. And I would not be shocked if California won this game too. That might be like one of those upset picks. Louisville going to Ole Miss. Both a ranked matchup. And I'm pretty sure it's the only ranked matchup for week 1. It is also played on a Sunday too, which is interesting. Obviously, Louisville with Jeff Brom as their head coach. I think he's going into his 3rd or 4th year with the team. And Jeff Brom is always, especially back in his Purdue days, he's always been an upset coach. And I would not be shocked if he could pull an upset at Ole Miss. But because it's going to be at Ole Miss, it's going to be at night, do still retain some key talent. I gotta still give it to Ole Miss. I think the Louisville pick would be fun. It'd be really fun, especially if they do win. But I just think Ole Miss is just going to finish it out to start off the season 1-0. SMU traveling to Florida State is the final matchup here on a Monday as well, a Monday night. I don't know who to pick. I really do not know. Florida State with Mike Norvell. Obviously, he's on the hot seat. I don't think anyone at Florida State likes him right now, which is kind of shocking because they just went 13-0. This game is it's really a 50-50 game. It's perfect. And I kind of want to give it to Florida State, but they have way too much uncertainties. And honestly, SMU, a lot of experience. I think they retained a lot of key talent from last year, if I recall that correctly. And with that experience, going into a hostile environment like Florida State, I think they'll have enough experience to survive in that environment. And then for the tiebreaker, how many total points will be scored in LSU versus Clemson? Let's just go with, I know I put 44. Let's just go with 57. But yeah, those are my predictions for the ESPN College Pick'em. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.